Hello, my crochet friends. So today is Thursday, and today is the end of our giveaway. By 6 o'clock tonight, I will have a winner. Okay, but I also have other stuff. Okay, for me, yarn is it's an everyday thing for me. You know, it's like I don't know. It's just my life has always been surrounded by crochet, and it still is to this day. And yarn, not just crochet, but yarn too. All right, so for this little giveaway that I'm doing, so far I have 91 comments, right? And I literally went through and wrote down everybody's username and the order that the comments came in. Okay, because when I'm doing my stuff at YouTube, I can sort by top comments and newest comments. So everybody got a number. And I was making sure that nobody's name was repeated twice. Okay. But yeah, I'm up to 91 as of 11:30 in the morning. So, to everybody who's new here, hi. My name is Jenny. Welcome to Granny Square Peg. So right now I am going to add in some clips that I did yesterday because I went to my mom's house. My mom is even more of a crocheter than I am. Okay, I think I spend a lot of time with my hook and yarn. She spends even more time. Okay, you know, there's little antique shops that will have different vendors selling things, and then they often have handmade goods, whether it's crocheting, knitting, quilting, or some other kind of sewing, pottery, jewelry making. My mom is in one of those stores, and she has her own little vendor space, and she makes the cutest bags and hats. Her hats, my mom makes Pikachu hats and Harry Potter scarves, and for Easter, she's made these bunny hats, right? And it's got little ears on the top, and it's got these flaps that come down. And in the flaps, there's these little squeezy bulbs that blow air up into the ears, and then the ears pop up. It's the cutest thing. So I had called my mom and said, "Hey, Mom, do you have any variegated yarn that you're not using?" Because a lot of times she'll have some scraps, and I'll take them. And that's partly where my idea for the variegated square came from, was because my mom would give me a lot of her variegated scraps. So, but in the last couple of years, she's moving more into solid colors, and she's spending more time with solids. So she does have some variegated that she's not using. And then recently she had somebody give her a lot of yarn because they were, they just didn't want it anymore. It was stuff that they had bought and they never used it years later, so they gave it to my mom. And there was a fair amount of variegated yarn in there. So, you know, my husband and I went to my mom's house yesterday. She's a good 45-minute car ride from us, so we have to plan it out. And so my mom donated some yarn to us so I can use some of it in my own Patchwork Squares blanket, and so I can make up another box of yarn to probably sell or give away. I don't know what yet. I'm not sure, because I do just make this up as I go along. So enjoy these clips because I'm showing you the squares that my mom has made. So you go on, you guys watch that, and then I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, friends, so I'm at my mom's house, and Mom's donating some yarn, right? But I want to show you her little bin of patchwork squares, granny squares, and corner-to-corner squares. Okay, so hold on a second. Look at this bin of her squares that she's doing. She's got some granny squares, 3 rounds, and that 4th round being a single crochet. Oh, don't mind all the talking in the background. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that color. I think she said that was from Hobby Lobby because she did it in the patchwork squares too. Oh, switch hands. Oh, that one's so cute. My mom's going to have an awesome blanket. So I'll ask her if she's going to put them all in the same blanket or if she's going to make 3 different blankets. Look at her. And oh my goodness. And she leaves all her yarn tails out just like I do. Huh? Now I know where I get it from. Be like, I'll get to it later. Okay. Let's see. There's another stack of squares. So the question is, Mom, are you going to make a granny square blanket, a patchwork squares blanket, and a corner to corner blanket, or are you going to put these all in the same blanket?
Well, no, because I have more squares, and I just went to the bathroom and I felt like something was on my foot. Look, my yarn was tangled around my foot and it went all the way into the bathroom with me.
You see this, my friends? She trailed her yarn all the way into the bathroom with
I
her.
have more granny squares. I make tote yarns for granny.
So she says she's also making tote bags with her granny squares. So Mom did give me a bunch of yarn donated so I can put together another box. All right, look at here's her patchwork squares and some speckled yarn, right? Looking good. Some solids, which solids are pretty. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know you guys hear me say that I don't like solids because they're boring, but they are pretty. It's just not my preference. That's all. You can make solid colors if you want. Ooh. Look at another bin she's got full of squares. Y'all, you know I can start a second channel just with what my mom crochets, you know? But this color right here, I gotta go buy some of this. Yeah, I'm loving that. All right. So Mom's squares are also coming out a little bigger than mine because, you know, I told you I crochet big and loose. Well, she crochets even bigger and looser than I do. So she's okay with the size of her squares. They just might not all go together properly, but she'll figure it out. She knows what she's doing. And look at these little corner to corner squares. Oh my goodness, they're awesome. And that one looked like it came out a little smaller. All right, so I am going to, ooh, look at that. Oh, that one's pretty. How about that one? We're going to have to come over and visit Mom sometime and go through all of her projects. This is so pretty. God, she's killing me. And look at her. I mean, you guys think I make squares fast. This, okay, yeah, I know. She's going to have to give me the details on this yarn because that is so pretty. All right, so I will get back to you guys after I put these boxes back together. Okay, so I had to. Mom says we might not be able to find this yarn, but she'll look into it and she'll get back to me and I'll get back to you because aren't those, oh my God, they're so pretty. All right, there's another batch of squares that Mom has. Yeah, I'm digging this pink one right here. And how about this one? The colors just do not do it justice through the phone. Look at those. Aren't they gorgeous? Okay. There's another batch. Right? Still, this one. I'm loving that pink.
The orange on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I like how it's got a autumn feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are telling me how you would like to put borders on your squares, or you'd like to do it in black. So here, Mom's already done it. All right. 1, 2, 3 rounds, 4th round in a single crochet, and she did it in black. And look at these. It really does make these colors pop. Like this one right here. This one. Yeah. This one right here. So whether she puts them and makes a bag out of them or puts them in a blanket, they're beautiful, aren't they? I know. I've completely raided my mom's stash of squares. Look at these. So let's see. That's 1, 2, 3 rounds. The 4th round is a double crochet. Mm-hmm. And the 5th round is single crochet. Mm-hmm. Ah, you see that? See how it framed that? So it makes it look like it's a flower with some, you know, green stems. Okay, so here is another batch of granny squares. But you see how she did it all in, and then, you know, like this one, I love this one. I love this teal color in the middle with the variegated for the border. That's brilliant. See, Mom's not afraid to experiment. And it usually works out. Crochet is so forgiving. So y'all do what your heart tells you to do. Don't worry about other people. Okay, hold on. I got another batch to show you. Okay, so here's Mom's variegated stash, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 of this color. 1, 2, 3 of this color. And then I'm telling you, I'm loving this. I've got to go out and buy some of this. And then there's this here, which I think this is where I get my version of this from. I got it from Mom. So Mom's got some variegated colors, but for the most part, her patchwork squares are solid colors because she prefers working with solids, and it works out well. But me, you know me, I like lots of color. Okay, last one. Corner to corner in solid colors. Okay? You know I love my creamy whites. I know it's not coming up as creamy white, but it is. You know I love it. And then there's this one. And yeah, count them. Mom did 5 instead of 6. But still, look at that. Gorgeous. So, say hi, Mom.
Hi.
Right here. Go ahead. There you go.
Hi.
All right, guys. I'll catch up with you guys later. Okay, do you see how cute her squares are? And how she really literally just has a little bit and she'll put it in a square, you know? So sometimes some of her squares are so many different colors. And that's truly old school of what crocheting was back in the day. It didn't matter how big or small your scraps were. You used everything that you can possibly use and put it in a square or a scrappy blanket. None of this going out and buying it brand new and then doing the scrappy look, you know? So, I wanted to show you guys all the stuff that my mom had sent me home with. I've got 3 bags sitting here at my feet. I've got another bag and a box and a bin in my minivan that I haven't even brought into the house yet. And then right here, Frankenstein. She puts these in her store. I say her store. She doesn't own the store, but she has vendor space in the store. So just go with me when I say in her store. I just mean in her space. She makes stuff like this for Halloween, and I had seen, she had put a picture up on Facebook, and I'd seen it, and I'm like, Mom, I so need a Frankenstein. So she made it for me. It's been done for a while. I just haven't been able to get over there. But isn't he awesome? He's got, you know, so you can put candy in there and pull the candy out. But me, I just filled it up with yarn. Isn't he so cute? He's adorable. And I love him so much. So we'll start with the yarn that is in my little Frankenstein bucket. We have some yarn from Hobby Lobby. It's called Yarn Bee, and it's glowing. It's Mariposa Prairie, which Mariposa is what, butterfly in Spanish? Yeah, that's the name of the color. Mariposa Prairie. See that? It's got the marled look. And there's the Yarn Bee label. And I don't know what it means by glowing. I wonder if this stuff glows in the dark. No, it probably doesn't. But there's 4 full skeins of this. And then she had leftovers because she did use it in a project somewhere. So 2 little balls of leftovers, right? Sorry, I got to put it back in Frankenstein real nice and neat. So there we go. I got some Yarn Bee glowing that's marled inside of Frankenstein. Gorgeous. There you go. So my camera might occasionally focus on Frank's face and not on my face. But that's okay. All right, let's go pick this bag right here. Let's go see what's in here. We have some Big Twist, which is from Joann's, and this is their older label, which I'm a big fan of Joann's in-store, in-house brand of yarn. Cupcake Confetti. Look at that. Like that. So this is a full skein and this is partial, but I mean it's still got a lot in there. The 2 of those. And I'm sorry for the crinkly noises that my microphone picks up. So this is called Patton's Decor, and this is an acrylic wool blend. 75% acrylic and 25% wool. and its color is Woodbine. Isn't that pretty? So like this, I wouldn't make patchwork squares out of this because of the wool content, because if you wash it in hot water and dry it on the high setting in your dryer, it will felt. Okay, so there are 2 full skeins, and these 2 are full, but they don't have any labels on them. It would make a nice sweater if there was enough of them, right? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a sweater maker. How much yarn do you typically need for a sweater? I don't know. I'm a bit round, so my sweaters have to, you know. But I prefer my sweat jackets. All right, so I got another bag. It's got, let's see, what is that? This is Walmart's brand of yarn. Mainstays. Does it have a color? Yes, it's called Blue Multi. And this is just leftovers. True variegated form of leftovers. So, let's see. We've got this. Now, this is like a 5 bulky. I love the colors on this, and I think if I crochet a toy for my cats, that they would enjoy this. So I brought this home for my cats, which I showed you Bandit. Bandit's my other cat, my other Ginger. He's hardly ever down here when I'm filming. Arlo, always. Arlo is actually sitting on the couch next to us, watching the birds and the squirrels. But, so the guy sitting on the step stool, that was Bandit, and he has since left me. So there's some Red Heart Super Saver in the jumbo, which jumbo just means that it's a bigger skein. There's 10 ounces here and 482 yards. And this color, look at those purples and the blues and the greens. This color is called Wildflower. I think I actually just bought this color myself. I think. All right. Oh, yeah, we got another one. Another Super Saver Jumbo. And this is called Mirage. So it's got blues and tans. And it's another 10-ounce skein of yarn. And let's see. We have a skein of this, and I'm pretty sure this is Red Heart too. Yeah. This is called Aspen Print. One's got a label, one doesn't. Because, you know, as the yarn labels like to break when you get them home. Or they rip off. Whatever. I like that. I like the neutral earth tones on this one. I don't think I have this one in my collection. But I like that. Oh, and a small little ball of it. My mom uses rubber bands so it doesn't come unwound. And let's see. Just a random hand wound ball of yarn that's variegated from some leftover project. I'm liking these pinkish red colors that are in here underneath the blues and the greens. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, let's see. This is, I know this is Red Heart Super Saver. I know this is the Icelandic color because I have this myself, but you know, it's leftover, so mom gave it to me. Yeah, I will get like 2 squares out of that. And then this little bit right here. I love this color. It turns out she had more of this. I actually have full skeins of it. It's probably in the box or the bin that's out in the van. But this is probably a number 3 weight in some kind of baby color. Love that. And what else is in this bag? Some more of the purple tones from Red Heart, which I have this in my stash. And I did wind some of it up to put in the box. So we've got some more of this. Oh, matches my shirt today. All right, so I'm going to pause there for a second. I need a drink, and I'm going to put this back in the bag. Okay, so my mom was very kind and generous in giving me all this yarn. At one point, because I brought home a full bin, and I even brought the bin home, I was like, Mom, I've got to give you some money for this. I can't take this. And she's like, no, take it. I'm giving it to you. And I'm like, no, Mom, I got to pay you for something. She's like, no, take it. Just take it. I'm giving it to you. And I'm like, no, but I got to give, you know how it is with your parents, you know? So, and we're both very stubborn. So, Mom, I know you're watching this. Thank you so much for sending me home with so much yarn. to share with the viewers here. I appreciate it so much, and I love you for it. No, I just love you in general, but thank you so much. All right, guys, so this is the third bag I have in the house. Now this is Hobby Lobby's yarn. I love this yarn, and it's their print, which is actually more of a marl, and marl means it's like two different colors that are twisted together with the yarn fibers. So this one is a blue and white kind of color. Gives me a denim feel. They call it chambray. So for like even in my own Patchwork Squares blanket, let me grab it real quick. It's on the couch. I have some squares in this one. This was the one I made the squares in 2012, and then I put it together in 2020. I do have some squares where they'll have, it's white, and this one's white with speckles, right? And then I think I have, it's nice when you have the marl like this, because it will give you almost a solid color to help break up all the busyness of the true variegated yarns. But I wind up, I got flecks and speckles. Like this one here is very neutral, okay? And it's got little flecks in it. And this one down here too. It helps, it gives the eye a break when you're looking at a blanket like this. So it's a good idea if you've got some neutral colors with flecks or speckles or that's marled, to put it in the blanket. It just gives the eyes a break. All right, so what else do we have in here? That's me. These little tidbits. I don't plan this out. I just sit down and these little tidbits, they just come to me and then they just come out. Yarn Bee Soft Secret. It is the equivalent of Karen Simply Soft, right? And they call this Ombre, and then the color is Sea Breeze. And as soon as my mom pulled this out, I'm like, I gotta have that. I gotta have that. That's so pretty. I need that. So like I'm offering to pay her for everything, but then there were some of the yarn that she pulled out, and I'm like, I have got to have that. But she was getting some of this she did by herself, $1.24 at Hobby Lobby. Like the Hobby Lobby I go to does not do this. They do not do pricing like this. I'm so jealous. Okay, there are 3 skeins of this. It is Red Heart Gumdrop, and I have used this before. I actually have a granny square blanket that I used gumdrops for, and it's in my project pile because I actually messed up on it and I need to fix it. But this, I love the neons mixed in with the black. Now these are longer color changes. I'm not so sure it would work well with the patchwork square, but it'll probably work well with the granny square and the corner to corner square. So, and I already have some of this myself, so I just snagged what Mom has to bring it home, and then I'll get all the gumdrop together, and then we'll go from there. There's the second one. And then this third one has been partially used. That's okay. All right, what else do we have in here? Oh, we got all kinds of stuff in here. Let's do this one, because I think I have some of this too. All right, this is it's still from Red Heart. It's called Red Heart Soft. And I actually have my own little stash of this. I got solid colors that I had used in a blanket. I made a Sophie's Universe using Red Heart Soft. I'm gonna have to dig my Sophie out and show it to you, because the colors that Red Heart Soft had, and then I put in my blanket, oh, they're gorgeous. So this is Icy Pond. I love this light shade of blue with the browns and the tans. I really do. I love this combination of colors. And the way they do this variegated yarn, it works up really well in the patchwork squares. So there's 2 more balls of it that don't have any labels. But these are going to make a whole bunch of squares, and they're going to be gorgeous. All right, next up we got some Michael's Loops and Threads Impeccable. And the color is Stillness. Silly name for a yarn. Stillness. That's the color they're calling that. So, you know, most of this yarn is 100% acrylic. And then it's also a number 4 medium weight. So this is some more of the, but it's just the leftovers. Mom must have used it in a project. And then there's some Lion Brand Heartland, which I have some of my own. I have a beige color and a pink color, and I think I have red. So this is the blue color. It's called Olympic. But so again, because this would work really well, it's got a little bit of a marled effect to it. There is blue with a little bit of lighter blue or white, like all wound up in there. This would do well in the patchwork squares to give your eye a little bit of a break from all that color. Oh, this is from, oh, this was yarn I found at Goodwill, and my mom was looking for it, and I gave it to her. She must have used up most of it, and now there's a little ball of this left. It's from Stitch Studio, from Nicole, back when AC Moore was still a craft store and still open. So there's a little ball of that. We can get some squares out of that. And then this is my favorite way to do yarn, in a baggie, right? Take all your leftovers and stick them in a baggie. We've got this color here. It's got pinks and grays and greens. No label. Oh, I love that. And it's soft. I like that. And then some, this is going to be a long color change, so it might not work up in the squares very well. It's got some purple in there and some blues and some greens, and it's left over, no label. We got some Super Saver Ombre. Oh, it's that blue color. What did they call that? Ah, True Blue. So, let's see. Super Saver Ombre, where it is like a gradient, where it goes from the lightest shade of blue into the darker shade of blue. And then back again. So again, this one's long color changes, so maybe not so much for the patchwork squares. See, like, I haven't had a chance to sort through everything that Mom gave me. I just brought it home and I'm like, you know what? I want to play with yarn. Let's go play with yarn today. Another one of this, whatever this was, wherever she got this from. Let's see, Red Heart Super Saver, pink camo. I just picked this up myself at Goodwill or Salvation Army. And now I can put more in my stash. And some more of the purple tones. All right. So, like, I'm doing all this just to keep myself occupied until my giveaway is done at 6 o'clock tonight. So that's when this video will go up. So do you want me to go out to the van and get the box and the bin and one more bag? Yeah? Yeah, let's go do that, okay? I'll be right back. Whoops, just kicked my tripod. Okay, so I wanted to let you guys know, the reason I've been putting my own comments in the comment section for the giveaway is so I can count all of the comments that I'm getting that I asked for. It's so I can count them and not have to count them again and again and again and again. So it's just so I know how many there are. So at the end of the day, I have a random number generator. I'll ask it to pick a number between 1 and 91 is where I'm currently at. And then whatever number comes up, that'll be the winner. So it's just to help me to put numbers in the number generator. That's all. It's just helped me keep track of everything. All right, so this next bag, we've got some Premier Sweet Roll. Move the yarn out of there. A little bit of glare, got some sun in the house today. It's a Premier Sweet Roll. Now, I love working with sweet rolls, and I love them when they first came out. I bought one of every color, but some of the pastel colors did not make it into my Jacob's Ladder blanket, and I do have this color left over that I never used, and my mom's got one, so I brought this home to add to mine, and we'll come up with a pattern for it at some point. Or if you guys know of a pattern that works really well with the sweet rolls, let me know down in the comments below. We have some Stitch Studio Classic by Nicole. Again, it's from AC Moore, and I'm sorry if you guys like the color or the yarn, that AC Moore no longer exists, and neither does the yarn. This color is called Violet Mix, and I love the purples and the blues together like that. They're so pretty. But this is it's a partial skein, right? My mom was working on a project and it didn't come out the way she wanted it to. She was going to frog it. So I'm going to frog it and reuse the yarn and make patchwork squares out of it. So that's what's in that bag. All right, the big box. There's a box. It's really just a box that she had that she was getting ready to throw away, so I filled it up with yarn. All right, what do we have in here? See if I can find things that match. Yeah, I think they all match. All right, Stitch Studio again by Nicole. This is bamboo. Or does that mean it's a bamboo mix? Hold on. It is 60% acrylic and 40% rayon from bamboo. And I'm loving the colors. That tan in there mixed with this shade of pink, that's really pretty. I like that. No, it's called Raspberry Ripple. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, and there's a little bit of gray in there too. Okay, so the second and third skein over here are showing a little bit of gray in there too. Those are nice. I like them. But I don't know, does rayon from bamboo, how does that wash up? Does that do any felting like wool does? Because would it work well in the patchwork squares in a blanket with mostly acrylic? I don't know. I have to look into that. Always learning something new. Oh, okay, all right. There's a nice big bag of this. My box won't stay. All right, let's see. Now, this feels like Red Heart Super Saver with its texture and these colors. My mom must have made something and decided she didn't like it and frog it, because these balls, these are some big balls of yarn. Oh my goodness. These some big balls of yarn. Mom, what were you thinking when you wound this up? So, I'm not seeing the label in the bag. I don't know where it's from. I don't know what kind of what yarn company it is or what color it is. Oh. So there's the second one. There's the third one, which I think this is bigger than that first one. This one feels bigger. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this one's coming undone. All right, I'm gonna have to fix that, because see this? The cats are gonna love that. Be like, Mom, look, a yarn toy. Okay, yeah, it started coming undone. And then there's a smaller size one in there. So I'm digging this color. This would be really nice in the Patchwork Squares blanket and in Granny Squares corner to corner. And it would do well for me to break this up into an ounce or two and stick it in a box so other people can enjoy all this yarny goodness from my mom. Well, that's awesome. It's a good color. What else we got? Oh, this one. This color. She says she doesn't use variegated colors a lot anymore, but she uses this one, and I always wind up with a little leftover. So, hey, look, I got a full skein now. And it's from Stitch Studio by Nicole. It's Storybook Fanfare. Which they don't make this anymore. I actually have Storybook on my shelf too, but I think I've got solids. And this is called Tea Party. That's an awesome color. It's gonna be fantastic in a square. Okay, all right, so we've got another bag of big hand-wound stuff of yarn. You don't know what this color is? It looks like it's just two colors in a... Oh no, were you holding this double? Ah, yeah, Mom was holding this double. That looks like it's two strands of yarn. A brown or a taupe with some creamy white. So it's not true variegated, and it just looks like something that just needs to be... This, my husband would love to do this. He would love to unwind this and separate it back out into its two colors. He finds that kind of stuff very relaxing, where I'm like that bull in a china shop. I go too fast and I break things and I tangle things up and I make it worse. You know, in those clips I showed you, that blue color my mom did in the granny squares, where it's got the light blue and the white and a little bit of pink and green, I think it's this kind of yarn. What do they call it? Jacquard? Where, like, if you do it in a certain stripey way, it makes it look like little flowers popping up. I'm wondering if that's what this is. Because that blue, and she did those granny squares, they were gorgeous. I love them. I want to do a whole blanket like that. So I'm going to do some research and see if I can't figure this one out. Because it looks like I wound up with a purple one. And she had already made squares out of the blue. She might want to get this back and make purple squares to go with her blue ones. Because that would be really pretty. All right, this is Lion Brand Baby Soft. I've had this color before. I made my daughter a scarf out of this many, many years ago, and the scarf is still floating around the house. It is called Circus Print. It is a longer color change with the pinks, the yellows, the purple, the green, and a little bit of white that goes through there. I love this. I love the softness of it. I love the texture of it. I love the colors. This Baby Soft from Lion Brand, this is good yarn. If you ever want a recommendation for making a baby blanket, this is a good way to go. This is, it's nice stuff. But again, the color changes on this are kind of long, so I'm not so sure it would do well in the patchwork square. But it's only because I still have some of this on my shelf, so I'm going to put it all together in one spot and then go from there. And then we've got some little bits in the bottom of this box. There's some blue and white, and it feels like a number 3. It feels like baby yarn, which is a lightweight. There's green and white with some gray. Yeah, a little bit more of the Lion Brand Circus Print. Some grays and tans and beiges with some white. Nice. Some Big Twist from Joann's. It's Big Twist Baby. And the color is Frog Pond Stripes. Okay, all right. So it's got the white. It's got this green, which is green. I'm hoping the camera's picking this up really well. I'm liking the shade of green. And then underneath of all that, there's some blue with a little bit of tan in there. That's nice. I like that. What else? Some pink and white, which my patchwork squares that are pink, white, and gray, that's what this is. I had gotten it from my mom, and there's a little bit more, so maybe I can get another square out of that. And then there's just these little bits. This is green and white and some blue that aren't even wound up. They're just thrown in the bottom of the box, but I will work with it. Okay. All right. So that's the bottom of that box. So that's 4 bags in a box, and I still have a bin to go. So Sit tight. I'll be right back. Okay, the last bit of yarn that I got from my mom's house. This is the best. Okay, it is a full bin. Okay, I came home with the full bin. I left my microphone over there, so hopefully you can hear me just fine. It is mostly Bernat Baby Sport. And I saw this and I'm like, Mom, I have got to have that because I love this stuff. I had made a blanket out of the Bernat Baby Sport in this pink tulip color. I had made a blanket out of this years and years and years ago. I had done it as a corner to corner and it was baby size, and I sold it years and years ago at a craft show. My mom and I used to do craft shows back in the day. And I loved it, and I would love more of it because I actually still have some left on my shelf, and I would love to do another corner to corner with it. And I saw this, and there are multiple skeins of it, and then some of the other colors that Bernat had come out with for this. So we're gonna go through this real quick. Well, not real quick, but we're gonna go through it. I'm gonna show you everything in here. All right, so here's the label. Oh wait, I can put my microphone back on now. There we go. Bernat Baby Sport. It is a number 3 lightweight or DK weight if you're in the UK. And look at this color. The pinks, the peaches, the greens, the purples with that white. It is so soft in its pastelness, and I love it. Okay. Yeah, it's called Tiny Tulips, right? Now, I have half a skein of this in my stash, and I had bought it at Walmart way back in the day, and I only spent like $5 on it. Since then, the price has gone up, which is one of the reasons why I haven't bought it, and because I was working through my yarn stash anyway. But this bin has 1, 2, 3, and you can see how big these skeins are. They are 8.5 ounces, 240 grams. Let's see if we can get meters and yardage. Give me some meters. Oh, I can't read that. Oh my goodness. 816 meters, 892 yards. That's a lot. That's a lot of yarn. So this is number 4 in that Tiny Tulip color. There is 1 skein of just plain old white. Plain old white. This one is 10.5 ounces. So that's even more yardage and meters. There's a Red Heart Baby Sport. This stuff is vintage. That's in there too. I've had this before, and I've given it away before. It's been a long time. Okay, so there's this color. There's only one of this color in here. It is called Baby. Oh my goodness, yeah, its color is called Baby. And this is where they put yellow in here. Yellow, blue, pink with a little bit of green. It is so subtle though. It's mostly white, but it is very soft in its color. So while they're pastel, they're soft pastels. And it's more white than it is anything else. That's going to make a beautiful blanket. Yeah. Let me know your favorite baby blanket patterns down below. I'm always looking for another favorite. Okay. The blue, green, and white color. It's a little squished. It doesn't have the label on it. It's been squished in the bin. But it'll fluff right back out. You see that? Yeah, there's 1, 2, and 3. This one's still in a bag. This one is called Funny Prints. So those two look like an older version, while this looks like the newer version, because these colors are a little darker. Or is it the other way around? Is this the older and they're the newer? I don't know. I know that the yarn companies, after a couple years, their yarn will either get darker or lighter. And that says 2015. Yeah, right there. It says 2015, but without the label on the other two, I wouldn't know. But yeah, I'm loving this color too. And then this color, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these in there. It's the green with the taupe color and the peach color and the white. Are you kidding me? They call this citrus sorbet. Oh my goodness. Is my camera picking that up okay? The green, I mean, I love green and peach together. I really do. A lot of people like green and pink, but me, I like green and peach. And I like the mintiness of this green, the peachiness of the peach. And with that taupe, beige, tan that's in there with the white, I mean, it's gorgeous. I'm loving this. And I'm telling you, there are 6 balls of this, skeins of this. This one looks more pink than it does peach. Oh, it is. Did they make 2 different versions of this? All right, so the one on the bottom is the one with the peach. Now this one is green, white, taupe, and pink, but there's no label on this. Yeah, that is way more of a pink than a peach. So the date stamp on this says 2014. You see that right there in the corner? This one says 2015, which has got the peach color. 2015 with the peach color. 2015 with the peach in the bag. Another one that's loose, it's a little tangled. The date's in there, it's probably 2014 or 15. But yeah, that one, you know, so 5 definitely with the peachy color. And one that is more, definitely pink. But do you see these? I mean, this yarn, I love this stuff. It's gorgeous. I'm going to have so much fun with that. This is something I would definitely break these skeins up and weigh them out and do an ounce or 2 or 3 and put them together in a kit so you could make patchwork squares, granny squares, or corner to corner squares. So I can share the love and the beauty of this while keeping some for myself because I love working with it. It's so pretty. Oh, I'm sorry for that noise. Every time I pull the cord on my microphone, it does a staticky noise. I'm sorry. The cord does get in my way when I'm playing with yarn. All right, and then there was a small baggie in here. It's got some white, some very pale pink, and some pretty blue. And that, my friends, is the last of the yarn that my mom has given to me so I can share it with you. So that is taking me to almost 12:30. It's time for lunch. And then time to do some edits on those little video clips that I did at my mom's house. So I'm looking forward to picking a winner for tonight to send out a box of yarn tomorrow. When I do the random number generator and you are the winner, I will go down to the comments below and I will let you know. Say, hello, so-and-so, you are the winner. Send me your information in an email, okay? I do know about the person at Facebook who has stolen my profile picture from Granny Square Peg, and I did reach out to Facebook, let them know somebody stole my picture and it's intellectual property, and Facebook comes back to me and says, we don't see a problem. You have to give us more information. I'm like, dude, it's my face. It's literally my face in a picture. But Facebook is making it very ridiculously hard for me to say, hey, somebody stole my profile picture. So if you see a woman named Amy out there with my face, go ahead and tell her, knock it off. All right, so I will come back hours and hours and hours later and tack on the winner to the end of this video, okay? Go play with yarn and keep being awesome, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Okay, my friends, that's it. It's 6 o'clock. It is now time to pick a winner for that box of yarn. Oh, I got to sit next to me. Hold on. This box of yarn that has 3 pounds of yarn in it, variegated yarn, right, to one lucky winner. I have 103 comments on that video, and we will do a random number generator. Hold on. Okay, we're ready? See? 606, 607. All right, let's see. Google. Random number generator. Number 1 to 103. Generate. Number 57. Okay. Number 57 is Laverne. So, Laverne is our lucky winner. Okay, Laverne, if you have watched this video and made it all the way to the end, I will leave a comment for you to let you know that you're the winner, okay? And you can send me an email, grannysquarepeg@gmail.com, okay? And this way you can give me your address and I can get this box mailed out to you. I'm going to give you a day. I'm going to give you a good 24 hours to respond. If not, then we'll probably have to pick a secondary number, okay? I hate to do that, but sometimes people just, you know, people forget sometimes. So, all right, so there's our lucky winner for today. This was my first giveaway, my first contest, and I am extremely nervous about all this. I've been a bundle of nerves all day long. So, we're done. Congratulations, Laverne. Thank you for being here. Thank you for commenting, and you will have a box of yarn soon. Bye, guys.